We have all heard the saying, the mightiest oak tree was once just a tiny little nut that held its ground. It just had the spirit to withstand every shot that Mother Nature threw at it. The winds, the storms, the rains, you name it.
We have been involved in farmer development projects for many years. It can stretch back maybe 15, 20 years. The purpose of all our development programs is to make people successful. Go and plant the seed for them to develop into successful farmers, and more important, to make them sustainable. We don't want to see a farmer planting a crop this year and then the next year it disappears from his farm.
Imbeu essentially means seed, and that's what we're doing. We're seeding growth. We're seeding business leaders. We're seeding potential in people. Investment in their potential to become and do better.
We all have to start somewhere, aided by our resilience and support by those that are inspired to believe in us. That is the very fabric on which Monsanto's core values are built.
There's also a mentality that black farmers are farm workers. We are developing farmers, not necessarily farm workers, and there's a huge difference. We teach them how to manage farms. We teach them financial management as well. We teach them how to produce business plans, ones that they will then use outside of Buhle to gain the funding that they need. So when they leave here, the very idea is that they don't go and work for somebody else, but that they start their own ventures. We don't stop until you are a business, and a sustainable business.
We pride ourselves with the students that came in here, were trained, and they went back and start farming, because that is our ultimate goal. We all know there are many people in South Africa with tertiary certificates and so on, but they are unemployed, they are jobless. So for us, it's not too much about seeing people with certificates and so on. We will give them certificates when they complete, but our joy or our mission, it's only accomplished when they start farming where they come from and create employment for themselves and for people around them.
Emakhaya ezilalini wonke imizi inomhlaba about a hectare and even more. That land is just sitting there redundant, and people, they're saying they don't have money. So izawuzoyenza. Come into it.
The Imbeu Empowerment Program is Monsanto's commitment to inclusive growth to enable a sustainable and successful agricultural platform in South Africa for the development of core and critical skills in the sector, and to assist with access to funding and technology that creates an equal opportunity for all that live in our beautiful land.
I have never had any experience in terms of farming. And I'm the first generation of my whole entire family who is endeavoring in this field of farming. And it would have not been possible if we didn't have institutions like Buhle who will equip us with the knowledge and skill to be able to endeavor in such practices. And Buhle would not be in existence if it wasn't for donors such as Monsanto.
Well, we started what I like to call an agri-biotech incubator. Already there's enough commercial farming happening with maize and with cattle and with sheep and all of these things. We encourage small-scale farmers to look at niche, higher value, smaller scale production of things. So the funding from Monsanto has been wonderful. We've been able to bring on board 11 plant production interns. These are just school leavers, no prospects. They're interested in agriculture. And if you speak to them and say, did you ever think of starting your own business? They would say, no, we were looking for jobs. And I said, okay, now? No, we're never going to look for jobs again. You know, we're really interested in doing our own thing.
From the knowledge I'm going to obtain here, I can start my own business, my own farming business, of which I can recruit some new members who can also help me in establishing a business here. And just the freedom of knowing that you're producing your own thing that's going to help you in future.
It means a lot to me, this program.
It's a very wonderful thing to put something in the ground and come back 2 weeks, 3 weeks later and see that something has grown, that you have put life into earth.
Imbeu Empowerment Program is at the heart of activities that empowers and sustains healthy communities.
In the last couple of years, we have visited many farmers. And what is very delightful is to see the big smile on their faces. when they tell you about the successes that they've made with new hybrids, new technologies, by the mentorship programs that are available, I don't think any amount of money can replace that happiness.
The biotechnology and the innovation we put into our work, the results are so evident in all the projects that we are part of, especially in Mbewu.
Angithi uma ungumfama, umlimi, to be a farmer, kumele ukuthande okwenzayo. And then you must have a vision and a goal. Where do you want to see yourself? Mina ngangifisile ukuthi ngelinye lamalanga kufuna ngibe commercial. Ngisebenza kakhulu. Ngikhona ukondla abantu abaningi ngesikhathi esisodwa. And umsebenzi lo wokulima akusiwo umsebenzi ofundela esikolweni. Umsebenzi ozalwa nayo, into oyithandayo ephuma ngaphakathi kuwe. So ngisebenza ngokukhulu ukuzikhandla nokuyimisela. And ngiyazama ukuthi ngaso sonke isikhathi kumele ngi-improve ngikhule because uyafunda yonke iminyaka. Cishe ngizibona kwangathi sengiyafika la ngiyakhona. Ngoba njengamanje abantu engibasupporta ngokudla is millions. Ngoba I can simply say ngiyakhona ukuthi ngi-contribute more than 800 tonnage of maize in which idliwa abantu. Isithi baluleke kunazo zonke izinto.
Changing the minds of young people to see growth, to see change. We need to do change, and that change is change of taking out the weeds in a field that hasn't been grown for years, or just a grassland, and planting something which is beautiful, that will produce seed, that will produce food for you, so that you can eat, and not just eat on your own, but produce enough so that you can feed your neighbor as well.
Looking back on the investments that we've made to Scientific Roots and to Bushle Farmers Academy, we can see that the investments are not in vain. These are going towards building up people, building up businesses, whether it is building up their self-esteem for them to then enter the job market, or building up their self-esteem that now they go and open up businesses.
You put a seed will produce a plant which will produce fruits that will help many people. And we are really happy to be part of Mbewu, because we see ourselves as producing something that will help others.
I am a seed.
I am a seed.
I am a seed.
And Monsanto, through Mbewu, is seeding that success.
And this is a priority for the Monsanto team and our nation.
Ke a leboga Monsanto.
Mbewu Empowerment Program, Seeding Success.